Showtime Theater presents 42nd Street starting July the 12th through the 20th. And we have two of the very talented performers of this production joining us here in the studio. We've got Sadie Bridges and Greg Brannon. And good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Boy, our 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon between all of us in this room is on full display.
Yeah.
Greg, of course, a familiar face and voice around these parts here at Broadcast House. Saw you come in, but I thought you were here to do something on the radio side. Did not realize that you're part of 42nd Street.
Yeah, imagine that, right? Yeah. I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Well, his wife, Colleen, and your daughter, Maddie, are a big part of the Showtime Theater family. They've done many shows. And have you done shows off and on?
Yeah, so for a lot of the times, I'm standing in the wings. I've watched from a distance, right? I've been involved in some of the fundraising shows that would happen. I've never been involved in one of the big productions. So excited about it. You know, Maddie has always been our theater kid, and we're excited that she's actually working now full-time for Showtime. And Colleen, of course, my wife, same thing. She dances. She's a choreographer. She co-directs. I mean, whatever. And I'll give a quick shout-out, and I know we'll do this again, to Jen and Rob Reed, who operate Showtime Theater Company and Showtime Theater Academy. Incredibly talented people who have developed and fostered an atmosphere that there are young people like Sadie who are having an opportunity to do things that they never did before. So that was a really long answer to your question, but yes, they're actually letting me on stage this time.
Wow. Are you singing and dancing?
Yeah, what's your role?
So I talk a lot.
Ooh.
Okay.
Go figure.
Fits into character.
Typecasting.
So,
Greg.
I tell people, because this is a dancing show. I mean, if you enjoy big production numbers, tap, there's even what we call a tap ballet, and Sadie can tell you more about that. They're not really letting me dance much, okay? I will sing a couple of times. If you're in a musical, you're going to sing one way or the other. But my character is Julian Marsh, and he's actually the director of 40 seconds. It's called Pretty Lady is the show. We don't want to give away too much, though, do we, Sadie? So I talk a lot, and I joke that I pad the dance numbers and the songs.
Okay.
So they need time to change costumes and catch their breath. So that's me.
Greg's the entertainer out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, Sadie, speaking of theater kids, you've been part of the theater community here in our community for many, many years. What was your first production?
My first show ever was Junie B. Jones Jr., the musical at Showtime. I was in 5th grade, so yeah, it was
Those are classic books. I think any young kid growing up can relate.
It was a wonderful show to start off with too, and Showtime is just a great family and a great community. So I did one show and I was hooked. So
I have a lot of your friends really grown up in there with you, and you guys have been able to see each other in different theatrical plays?
Oh, 100%. So what's so interesting about Showtime is, especially for the people my age, we're all split between the 3 high schools in Rock Hill. And there's a majority of us who are at South Point or Northwestern. And so usually our shows, unless they for some reason end up on the same weekend, we all go see each other's shows. And we've really grown up with each other. We've seen each other at our worst moments and at our best moments. So it's really, really great. Yeah.
That's special.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we need to know about 42nd Street? The description says it celebrates Broadway, Times Square, and the magic of the business with wit, humor, and pizzazz.
Oh, yes. So I would describe 42nd Street as a show within a show within a show. It's got lots of layers. You've got the actual production, which is us, me and Greg, working hard to put together 42nd Street. But then you've also got our characters, Julian and Peggy, working to put together Pretty Lady, which is the show that they're creating in the show. So you're seeing dance numbers of the expressions of our characters, but also dance numbers within Pretty Lady. So it's very, very niche, I would say. It's really, really cool.
And this is a Tony Award, this has been a classic out there. And I'm sure for some that have been around and seen different plays, why do you feel like this one is going to be the showstopper? They have to come see you all. What would you say is the cherry on top?
You can answer this one.
This is a true Broadway musical. I mean, it really is. It's got everything. We talk about it being musical comedy. I mean, there are fun moments. There are serious moments. There are great vocal numbers. There are incredible dance numbers. It's going to blow you away. And when you see, and this is not a small cast. We have in excess of 50 people who are involved with this production. And when these guys start hoofing, that's what we call it on 42nd Street, right? When they start tapping and they start dancing, I guarantee you'll just be blown away. And tapping's not easy. It's no joke. And maybe we can talk about it a little bit later. But there's a real connection to Rob and Jen with 42nd Street. But but I think to answer your question, 42nd Street, it's just it is the quintessential Broadway musical. I mean, it is just great songs. You'll recognize them. We're in the Money. You've got Lullaby of Broadway, 42nd Street. So just some terrific trafic numbers.
Well, you mentioned the connection between Jen Reed and 42nd Street. Didn't she do this on Broadway? Because I know, or a traveling company, or what's the connection there?
Jen was in the European tour of 42nd Street for quite a few, quite a long time. She's done so many productions of this show. She's done it. I think she's done it in California. Yep. She's done it everywhere. But Rob, he worked behind the scenes for the show. Did he stage?
He toured. Yeah, I mean, he told us the other night he did 900 plus productions of 42nd Street. They know this show inside and out. And
clearly,
and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but guess who's dancing in the opening number? Jen Reed.
Really?
So if you want to see a former,
that's a good teaser.
A former Broadway performer, a former Rockette dance, and little hint, she can still dance.
Wow.
So
yeah. Well, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, Sadie, why Showtime Theater is so special, and it really outshines some of our surrounding areas. Again, trying to keep it local. Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, I think it's special because we live in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It's not the Broadway capital of the United States, so there's not a ton of theater access here in comparison to cities like Greenville, where there's a company every 2 blocks. So it's really, really special to have this kind of community of a group of people that care so much about theater all coming together to make something amazing. And it's so clear, especially in this production. I mean, for this weekend, we had people working behind the scenes from 10 in the morning to 10 at night, building our sets, working on our sound, on our lighting. Like it all just comes together so beautifully, and it makes us feel so special.
And it's right here local in our own community.
Yeah, so 42nd Street is going to begin this Friday, July the 12th, through the weekend, through Saturday the 13th and Sunday the 14th. Then you pick it right back up the following weekend and do the same show 4 more times over the next 2 weeks for sure. This is Showtime Theater Company's big summer production. They always have shows throughout the year featuring a cast of mainly elementary school kids, middle and high school kids. This is one, it's comprised mostly of adults or kids and adults or just anyone at any age.
There's a good combination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of the
So all their shows try to target or feature performers at different ages, and one show kind of encompasses all of them all together.
100%.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm kind of waiting the one end of the age scale.
No, Greg.
You're aging nicely, Greg. I have to say, I'm very excited for you.
I think I'm just excited. Sadie, definitely, I trust your dancing, but Greg, I got to see the tap dance and all.
Oh, you won't see me tap. No.
None of that?
No. There are other people who are much better at tap dancing than me. But,
my goodness. Well, you can check out Showtime Theater Company's 42nd Street production. Again, starting this weekend, Friday, July the 12th, this weekend and next weekend. This is going to take place at Johnson Hall at Winthrop University. That is a fantastic location and a big stage to, house 50-some performers that are in and out of the stage throughout the whole production. Go ahead and get your tickets now.
They're going fast.
Yeah,
Showtime. They are going fast.
Theatercompany.com is the website. Theater is spelled with an R-E at the end.
The proper way.
Took the words right out of my mouth. The proper way. Someone told me that R-E is like the theater like this, and the movie theater we go to is E-R.
Yes. Don't misspell it when you're talking about theater.
Perfect.
She'll come right across the table. Lucas.
Man. Well, Sadie, by the way, is sort of leaving Rock Hill-ish. She has been accepted to the Governor's School, right? Mm-hmm. For theater?
For drama, yep. Mm-hmm.
So you leave and go to where?
So I will go to the residential high school in Greenville, South Carolina. So it's right in the middle of Greenville, right off of Falls Park. It's in a beautiful location.
That's incredible.
So you'll continue your high school career there?
Yes.
And will you graduate from, your high school degree will come from?
the governor's
Wow.
school. Yeah.
Yeah, so
How
great for her, not
incredible.
so much for us.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Gosh.
kudos to you again. Hard work and to
Yeah.
get yourself there. We were talking in an earlier segment about resumes, cover letter. You won't have to worry going through a governor's school.
Too funny.
Just put that on the cover letter and you're good to go.
And average people don't go to governor's school.
That is very true. No, you have to be accepted and have to audition. And
Prestigious.
it is very, very true.
It's a tougher process. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
exceptional. Is
Yes.
the word. Yes.
Sadie's being very humble, but we're so
is.
proud of you
Yeah.
all. And it
yeah.
does take a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears, that's for sure.
Check out Showtime Theater Company's 42nd Street this weekend, July the 12th through July 20th at Johnson Hall at Winthrop University. Greg, Sadie, great catching up with both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.